everybody, welcome back to our channel, Malicious Metallics. We got some new equipment in for the shop, so that's what today's video is going to exclusively focus on. Don't expect to see too much of my handsome face in this video because it's all about the product. Up first, we have a nice pair of safety wire pliers. I ordered them off of Harbor Freight. They were the first place that I found that had a reasonable price for them. About $13. And from what I saw in the pictures, and from what I'm seeing in person, these are much like the ones that I used when I was in the Marine Corps. They are locking. They have the built-in pull twist for twisting up your safety wire. It makes it a lot faster and easier than trying to do it manually. You simply take your two ends of safety wire, you put them in here, close it down, slide your catch back, a little stiff because it's brand new, slide your catch back, and then you pull to twist the wire. Convenient to have, not a necessity in most shops. But with our future builds, we will be getting more into safety wire secured bolts and nuts to make sure the stuff doesn't come loose while you're riding. Alright, up next we have this 6-inch bench grinder from Central Machinery. I got this for about $40 through Harbor Freight. It's a half horsepower model, which is plenty sufficient for most any hobby grade or small business shop. If you're planning on doing a lot of grinding, you might want to invest in a larger model. Those obviously cost more. But let's go ahead and open this up, take a look inside, see what we got. Oh, they got the warranty. Alright, well, it looks like they got the warranty booklet right here on top. That's a convenient thing to have. The rest of the packaging that I'm seeing so far looks pretty neat. They've got most of the little parts bagged up. The unit itself is worth packing. Styrofoam, good. Got our bag of hardware there. That did not go as planned. Brackets for our shields. Sturdy unit though. Didn't seem to phase it at all. Let's go ahead and get it well bagged to protect it from rust during transport. And here is the finished unit. No assembly required aside from your shields. I may choose to go ahead and order an aftermarket hand rest kit for it because it does not appear to have come with one. And those are always nice to have for whenever you're trying to manipulate small parts and shape them. It's got a good solid feel to it. Let's see how the rotation looks. Rotates nice and smooth. Alright. I think I've gotten my money's worth out of this. We'll find out for sure a little later on in the video after we plug it in and test it. Alright, and last up for this video, we have this big boy. This is the Drill Master 2 horsepower, 14-inch industrial cutoff saw. I got this off of Harbor Freight for around $80. This is useful for pretty much any kind of metal that you need to cut, especially steel. This, unlike the grinder that you saw, will not be going up on the main bench. We'll be building a separate stand with wheels for this later so that we can wheel it out of the way when we don't need it. Now let's go ahead and open this up and see what we got. Now the box itself was a little bit crinkled, but not bad. The foam seems like it's shifted a bit inside the box, and the foam is actually damaged, so there might be something to worry about in here. Got our manual right on top. Let's get this foam out of the way, see what we got. Well, the foam seems to have done its job. It protected the product. Grab my hardware. Don't want to drop it. Grab my hardware kit out of here. Got the plier, or the wrench for changing the blades. A couple miscellaneous screws and stops. Looks like maybe extra brushes actually. And here it is. Ain't she pretty? It's got a double carry handle, metal base, lock pin, good heavy cable on it, quick release on the slide. No, that's not good. Slow back. There it goes. Gotta be careful pulling the slide back, apparently. Otherwise, it'll try to jam where it cuts out. Can be adjusted up to, looks like 45 degrees. Got a blade lock right here. Built-in safety guard. No blade on it yet. I'll have to grab one of those. Didn't come with one. Got a trigger lock. Oh, nope, that looks like it's actually a safety switch. Bring this down, give you a better view. Got a side safety switch so that you can't accidentally start it whenever you're running. But overall, yeah, it looks pretty good to me. You'll have to come back, check out the next video. Definitely seems like I've got my money's worth. I'll know more after we've had a chance to run it a few times. If you give us a few minutes, we'll get it plugged in and we will see how well it sounds when it runs. Obviously no blade means we can't test it today. We'll also go ahead and we'll test out the new grinder that came in. And next video you'll get a chance to see the stand that we built for it. That'll be coming up in one of our future videos. So stay tuned. Let's get these plugged in and see how they run. Alright, so after the last segment where we opened up the saw, we went ahead and tested the equipment off screen. The saw powers up and operates exactly as it should. We'll be able to test how well it cuts once I get a blade for it, which will probably be tomorrow. However, when we were putting the guards on the grinder and plugged it in to test it, we ran into a few small issues. First, I discovered that the spark shield had 2 cracks in it from the pack, straight out of the packaging. And then when I plugged the grinder itself in to test it, it simply made a really loud strangled noise and the grindstones didn't want to spin very fast. I called up Harbor Freight, explained the situation, and was informed that I could take this into any of the local stores and get a free exchange on it. So that's what I'll also be doing tomorrow, is taking this in to get it replaced. Rather unfortunate, but things do happen, especially in shipping. We were going to do a follow-up video where we opened up the air tank and some accessories that I got to go with it and explain what we were going to do with them, but unfortunately we're out of time for this week. So come back next week, we will get that unboxing of the tank on film and explain what we're going to be doing with it, and hopefully be able to give you some updates on our go-kart project. Make sure you hit that like button, ring the bell for notifications, always subscribe, and please, by all means, feel free to share with all your friends. This is Andy with Malicious Metallics. You guys have a great time out there.